Friends, in the last class we have studied the analysis of the continuous beams with different end conditions and settlement of the supports and rotation of the supports. Now we will study how to analyze the portal frames by using the moment distribution method. In portal frames, there are two types. One is non-sway portal frame and another one is sway portal frame. Sway portal frame means if it is geometrically non-symmetrical or with respect to moment of inertia is non-symmetrical, with respect to load it is non-symmetrical, then there may be chances of the lateral deflection may take place due to the applied force. If the horizontal member is fixed or hinged, if it is geometrically symmetrical or with respect to load it is symmetrical, then it is considered as non-sway portal frame. Now we will discuss about the analysis of non-sway portal frames. Here there is a problem. Analyze the portal frame shown in figure by moment distribution method. Draw BMD, SFD and elastic curve. Here this one is the given problem. Here this one is a portal frame. At end C the horizontal member is fixed. Then at A to B, that is overhanged over a length of 2 meter and is subjected to a point load of 30 kilonewton. B to C, it is subjected to a UDL of 25 kilonewton per meter over a length of 4 meter. Then B to D, the length is 4 meter. At a distance of 2 meter from either end, it is subjected to a point load of 30 kilonewton towards right side. The first step is here he has not given any flexural rigidity. Then you have to assume that the flexural rigidity is constant throughout, and this one is a non-sway portal frame. Then delta equals 0. There is no lateral sway. By considering this, we have to calculate the fixed end moments. Here B to C, this one is one span. Here it is subjected to UDL of 25 kilonewton per meter. MFBC equals, that is anti-clockwise, hence minus WL square by 12. That one is minus 33.33 kilonewton per meter. Kilonewton meter, not per meter. Then MFCB, that is clockwise, hence that is positive WL square by 12. That becomes 33.33 kilonewton meter. Then if you consider this beam, if you see from inside, here this one is, here it is like this. If you observe this from inside like this, then this one is here, this one is, imagine this one as a beam. So it is vertical, that you can assume that one as a beam. Here the end D is hinged and B is fixed. By assuming both the ends fixed, then calculate the fixed end moment, that is MFBD. MFBD is, that is clockwise, that is WL by 8, that one equals 15 kilonewton meter. MFDB, that one is anti-clockwise, subjected to, this one is subjected to point load, that is minus WL by 8, that one is minus 15 kilonewton meter. Then here there is another span BA, that is overhanged. Convert the overhanged into the resisting moment. Here the actual moment is 30 into 2. 30 into 2. The distance is 2 meter. Load is 30. Then moment is 30 into 2. But we want the resisting moment. Then that is clockwise. That one is 60 kilonewton meter. Then the next step is calculation of the distribution factor. Calculation of the distribution factor. Here there is only one joint. At joint B, three members are connected. One is BA, one is BC, one is BD. Three members are connected. Then here member BA is overhanged. The relative stiffness value K equals I by L, that is 0. For BC, with respect to B, C is continuous or fixed. Here this one is fixed. Therefore, K equals I by L, that is I by 4. With respect to B, D is not continuous and is resting on the hinged support. Therefore, K equals 3/4 of I by L. That one is 3/4 of I by 4. That one is 3I by 16. Then summation K, KBA plus KBC plus KBD equals 0.4375I. Then distribution factor K divided by summation K. KBA divided by summation K equals 0. KBC divided by summation K equals 0.57. KBD divided by summation K, that one equals 0.43. Here now we have to go for the next step, that is moment distribution table. Here joint, at joint B, three members are connected. One is BA, one is BC, one is BD. One is BA, one is BC, one is BD. One is BA, one is BC, one is BD. Then at joint C, only one member. At joint D, there is only one member. This and A is overhang. Then member BA, BC, BD, joint B, joint C, joint D. Here the members are, one is BA, one is BC, one is BD. Then for CB, there is no distribution factor for CB and DB. Distribution factor for BA, just now we have calculated. For BA, that is 0. For BC, that is 0.57. For BD, that is 0.43. There is no distribution factor for the joint for member CB and DB. Then next step is write the fixed end moment. Here we have calculated the resisting moment for BA, that is 60 kilonewton meter. MF BC, that is minus 33.33. MF BD, that is plus 15. MF CB, that is plus 33.33. MF DB, that is minus 15, that is anticlockwise. Here, by observing this diagram, this end D is on hinge. This end D is on hinge. Here, by assuming this one as the fixed end, we have calculated the fixed end moment, but the final moment is 0 at the hinged support or roller support or simple support. Hence, we have to make it 0. Here, we have to release that moment to make it 0. That is, here this one is anticlockwise moment, minus 15. To make it 0, we have to add plus 15. Here, minus 15 plus 15, that becomes 0. Here, 50% of this moment is carried from D to B. D to B, that one is from DB to BD. Here, 50% of 15, that is 7.5. Now, we can add all these things. This one is 60, this one is minus 33.33, this one is 15 plus 7.5, that is 22.5, this one is 33.33, this one is 0. Here, these are the initial moments. Now, by observing this joint B, at joint B there is an unbalanced moment. When the equilibrium condition is reached, this joint B should be in equilibrium, or that is summation of the moments of all the forces, summation of the moments equals 0 at the joint B. Then here by adding 60 plus 22.5 plus minus 33.33, that is 82.5, minus 33.33, that is minus 40 plus 49.16. Here there is an unbalanced moment of 49.16. We have to make it 0 by adding minus 49.16, and we have to distribute minus 49.16 among the three members. Minus 49.16 into 0, that is 0, minus 49.16 into 0.57, that is minus 28.02, minus 49.16 into 0.43, that is minus 21.4. Again, here by observing this beam, with respect to B, C is fixed or continuous. With respect to B, C is fixed or continuous. Then from this B to C there is a carryover. Similarly, from B to D there is a carryover, but D is not continuous, that is on simple or roller or hinged support. Then there is no need to carry the moment from B to D. But B to C there is a carryover. 50% of the moment is carried from B to C. That is BC, half of this or 50%, that is minus 14.01. Here now by observing this moment distribution table, here the joint B is, it do not have any unbalanced moment. Hence we have to get the final moment by adding all these things. This one is initial moment 60 plus 0, that is 60. This one is minus 33.33 minus 28.02, that one is minus 61.35. This one is 22.5 minus 21.14. This one is minus 1 point plus 1.36. Then C2, CB, that is 33.33 minus 14.1, 14.01, that is 19.32. Here DB we have already made, since it is hinged support, then this one is 0. Now to draw the bending moment diagram and shear force diagram for this one, here we have calculated the moments at various points. This one is 30 into 2, that is clockwise. This one is 30 into 2, that is clockwise. This one is 61.35, just now we have calculated, that is anti-clockwise. This one is clockwise. Here at C, that is 19.32, that is in clockwise. Here MBD, that one is 1.36, that is also clockwise. Then at MDB, that is on hinge, the moment is 0. Here this is subjected to 30 kilonewton load. This one is 2 meter, this one is also 2 meter, this one is 2 meter, this one is 4 meter. Here these are the various moments acting at different points, different junctions or different joints. Now we can draw the bending moment diagram. Here by observing this, that is 30 into 0, that is 0, 30 into 2, that is 60. Here already we have calculated, that is the resisting moment, that one is clockwise and that is hogging. First we have to draw this reference line or the datum line. With respect to this datum line, we can represent the hogging moment above the reference line. Here this one is hogging, hence this one is, that is hogging moment. This one is hogging moment. Here there is one more ordinate at B, that is 61.35 at same point. Here the ordinate of this one is hogging, and this one is also hogging. Here draw the ordinate of 61.35 at B. Then at C there is an ordinate of 19.32, both are hogging. Then this one is negative. This one is also negative. Here after drawing the support moment diagram, here drawing the ordinates, join these two ordinates by a straight line. you will get a trapezium. Then this one is subjected to a UDL of 25 kilonewton per meter. The maximum bending moment occurs at the center. That one is WL square by 8. That one becomes 50 kilonewton meter. And that one is a second degree curve, or that is curve like this. Here, this portion of the bending moment, by overlapping, you will get this one is positive bending moment. This simply supported beam bending moment. At the support it is 0. At the center it is maximum. Here this is the simply supported beam bending moment. By overlapping this, you will get, this is the shaded portion shows the net bending moment diagram. Then to draw the then for span B to D, here B to D, here this one is hogging moment. If you see from inside, then this one is hogging. Here it is subjected to point load at the center, that is WL by 4. At the support, the bending moment is 0. Therefore, at the support, the bending moment due to simply supported beam bending moment due to point load is 0. But at the center, it is maximum. This is 30 kilonewton meter. Then, by overlapping these two moments, this one becomes negative bending moment, and this one is positive bending moment. Then, here we can draw the elastic curve. Here, by observing this, this one is subjected to hogging bending moment. That one is subjected to hogging bending moment. Here, due to hogging, here at the support, again there is hogging bending moment. At the center, there is a sagging bending moment. Again, at the support C, there is an hogging moment. There is hogging bending moment. Then the deflected shape of this one is, it takes the shape of curve like this. Similarly, from B to C, at D, bending moment is 0. At center, the bending moment is maximum, that is 30, that is sagging, and then the curvature is like this. At support B, there is a hogging moment, there is hogging bending moment, hence the curvature is like this. This is the deflected shape. Here, this one is the slope at this point is 0. Here, there are 2 points of contraflexure for span BC. This one is 1 point of contraflexure. This one is another point of contraflexure. Here, for BD, there is 1 point of contraflexure. Here, you can show the point of contraflexure like this. Then the shear force diagram. Here, you can draw the shear force diagram for the two spans separately. That one is, here, first consider the span. First consider A to C. Then here this is subjected to 30 kilonewton point load. 30 kilonewton point load. This one is 30 kilonewton. This distance is 2. This is 25 kilonewton per meter. Length is 4 meter. Here this is subjected to the bending moments of, one is 60 kilonewton, one is 61 point. This one is 60 kilonewton meter. This one is 61.35 kilonewton meter. Here we have to show. Then this one is support moment, support reaction at B. This one is support reaction at C. Here this is subjected to a clockwise moment of 19.32. Here this we have to assume VB and VC in the upward direction. Then summation of MC equals 0. By taking the moments, VB will become 90.51 kilonewton. After simplification, here that is upward, our assumed direction is correct. Then by applying one more equilibrium equation, that is summation of Fy equals 0, here you will get the support reaction Vc equals 39.449 kilonewton. Here that is also upward. We have assumed both in upward direction. Here for this we can draw the For this, separately we can draw the shear force diagram for span A to C. Here this one is downward, this one is negative, that is negative left. As per our sign convention, left downward is negative. Then here from A to B, the shear force remains constant, no other loads. At B there is a support reaction, that is 90.51, that is minus 30 plus 90.51, that becomes 60.51. Here at B the shear force changes from negative to positive. Then from B to D it is subjected to UDL like this, that is 60.51 minus 25 into 4, that is 100. Then that becomes gradually, it changes from 60.51 to 39.49 in a straight line. Then at this point again there is a support reaction, that one is 39.49. Here this one is minus 39.49 plus 39.49, this becomes 0. Here this also 0. Here this is the shear force diagram for span AC. This is positive, this is negative, this is negative. Here this is the point where the bending moment is maximum, that we have to calculate by using this one is at a distance of x from one of the support. We have to calculate by using the similar triangles, or by writing the bending moment equation, then differentiate the bending moment equation with respect to x. You will get the value of x. Substituting the value of x, you will get the maximum bending moment. Here the shear force, if you differentiate the bending moment with respect to x, you will get the position of the shear force, that is 0 value of the shear force. Here this is shear force diagram. Then for B to D, here this one is 1.36 kilonewton, 1.36 kilonewton meter. This one is HB, this one is HD. Here this is VB, this is VD, this is 30 kilonewton. Here by taking summation of MD equals 0, then HB equals 15.34. Here the assumed direction is correct, that is towards left side. HD equals 14.66 by applying the equilibrium condition for this. Then we will get this one is from left to right, that is left upward is positive, this is 14.66. Here the shear force value changes from this one is 0 to 14.66. Here it remains constant up to the point of application of 30 kilonewton. Then here there is a point load, this one is the variation of the shear force is like this. Then from this point to this point, this one is 14.66 minus 30, this one is minus 15.34 kilonewton, 15.34 kilonewton. This one is 14.66 kilonewton. Here these are the ordinates. Below the point load there are two ordinates of the shear force. Then up to this point the shear force remains constant. Here there is a support reaction, then that becomes 0. Here this is 0, here this is also 0. Okay.